Hi everyone, welcome to Darlene's Creative Studio. I'm just going to do a quick show and tell of some of the goodies that I just purchased this weekend. My sisters and I had a girls' weekend and we went to a couple of thrift shops, and we also hit an antique vintage market on the way home from going out to breakfast. Of course, it was the hottest day of the fall. The first day of fall. It was the hottest day ever. We stayed for about 2 hours and we all promised each other that we would go back because it closes in a month, and we just found so many wonderful, really neat things at this antique market. So when we went to the Mission thrift stores that were near my sister's house, some of the cute little things that I found were a little packet of birthday cards, and they come with little envelopes, and I really liked the shape of the envelope. So I will probably open up one of these and use it as a template. I like the size. It will fit in some of my journals really well, just that size, and I can use it as a flip. So I will use one of these as a template to make a few more out of maybe tea stain paper, and they are actually quite yellowed, so you can't really see it on camera, but they you can see the difference in the white in this. So, and then the little birthday card, she was so cute, but it's actually a piece of paper that just opens up, and it's a little card, so I can actually detach the two and just have the little card, and I can use that inside of a journal and take this little piece off. So that was really cute. I think they were like 25 cents. So I thought those are really cute, and I grabbed those. There was a little bin there that had all kinds of little buttons, and I had my sister stand there for 5 minutes and look for anything that was tiny. I wanted some little tiny buttons, so she just went through them all and found me all kinds of little tiny buttons. This one was actually 3 packages. I just put it all into one. And then just found a couple of some of the little tiny ones that you can use on the fronts of your journals, or using altered paper clips. I just wanted to grab some different size tiny buttons, and I think they were 4 for $1 or something like that. And then I found these 2 little applique pieces, which I thought might be nice on the front of a journal. There was that one. And then there was another little tiny one, and these were 50 cents, I think. So I thought those would be nice on the fronts of a journal. And then I found this tiny little doily with the material in the middle. I thought, again, that would be nice maybe on the edge of on the spine of a journal. So there was that. And then at one of them, I came across this piece of fabric. It was in with actually the sheets in the pillow shams, but it's actually a piece of fabric, and I believe it's like 90 inches long, and it's just absolutely beautiful. Really liked it. So I grabbed this. I think it was a couple of bucks, $5, $6, something like that. So I grabbed that. And then in the part, I found these. This one was like a little journal, which I really thought was cute, but it has some really cute little pictures. And again, I believe it's in Dutch or German. I'm not sure. Sorry, I don't know, but I can still use the pictures themselves and the paper. This one had little poems, again in a different language, but it does have the lined pages, so if I can take them apart, which I'm looking and I see I can because there's string here, so I'll be able to take them off in signatures. I will be able to use the picture and the line page, and then I can put something on this side to cover that. So I can use these in some of my smaller journals. I just thought they were really cute, and some of the pictures are just adorable. So I will be using these in some journals. And then I grabbed some, they just had some paper there. This is a legal size paper, but it's thicker than, it might be a 24-pound paper. It's just a little thicker than photocopy paper. And I thought it was nice because I really like the color. It's a kind of a creamy, almost a file folder color actually. And I can actually use this and do some flip outs with this. So I grabbed that, and there was some actual purple, one piece of red, but there was some lilac color too, which I will give to my granddaughter. She loves pink and purple. And then this, a gardener's journal, It's brand new. It still has the information flyers in it, and it has like a little planner type pages in here, and I thought this would be really nice in a botanical. If I'm doing some botanicals in a journal, I could use this paper as some of the pages in there as well, and I can tea stain these, and then it's just got some lines in there, and then there's different other little pages in here, but the whole thing is just lined paper, so it's really great. I thought I would use that for something, and that only cost me $2, I think, for that one. And then when we went to the antique market, like I say, it was so hot, and we were wandering around. We were kind of aimless, and by the time we were so hot and tired and just ready to go, I actually came across this really cute booth and found a couple of really good buys, and then the fellow gave me his card, and I promised I would come back because he actually put some of his stuff on half price at the end of the season. So I promised I would go back, but there was this little stack of old envelopes, and most of them were empty. There was a few that had letters in them, but they're from 1927, 1913, 1908. These two didn't have postage, but they were written to someone. So they're fairly old, 1910 and 1933. So I thought they were really lovely. I love the handwriting on them. Again, some of them were just empty, but I thought I could use these in some journals and maybe scan them before I use them. But this was a nice little bundle. It only cost me $5, $10, something like that. And then there was this one fellow, and he was actually kind of closing up. So I kind of snuck in there while he was putting things away, and I found he had a whole stack of old books, and I really couldn't get at them because he was putting stuff away, but I did manage to grab this one, and he only charged me $3 for it, and it is absolutely beautiful. Some of the images in this book are just, there's all kinds of little poems, but the images are just so cute, and I thought these would really look nice in a little journal. And I believe it's a fairly old one. Look at this, the little girl on the swing. It did have a year in here. I think it was 1929 and 1932. So I thought this would be just even to use some of these images and the poems would be adorable. Look at this one. Little boy on a bed. Anyway, so that one cost me $3. And then I was walking by, and there was a lot of people that had old photographs, and they just had the prices so high, and I only had a few dollars left after our girls' weekend, and I walked by and I saw this little, and I always, whenever I see a photograph book, I always kind of think, oh, just look inside just in case there's some old photos and they're selling them as a book. Well, this fellow was selling this for $15, and I flipped it open, and it had tons of photos in it, and they have, and I don't know if any of these are loose, but it has already printed on it this little tiny frame, and I believe they're approximately the 1930s, 1940s. They kind of go range from a certain age, but the pictures are just adorable. They're just gorgeous, and I love the little frames around them. So I'm going to use these in some of my journals. I might even use some of the names and just kind of tell a little story. Here's a little boy and girl on a horse, a little boy on a bicycle. Just stunning. Playing ball, birthday cakes. Just, there's quite a few pages. It even has some adults in here. Oh, this is what a little piece of paper, and it said April 26, 1953. And it named some of the people. So this was somebody's wedding. Oh, here's some more. So they have these little cards in here, 1953, so-and-so's wedding. So there you go. And there, look at this one, the little boy with the little dog. He's so cute. Anyway, so there was that one. And then I picked it up and I went to leave, and my sister said, oh, wait, Darlene, there's another one. So I grabbed it. So they'd have like these little, take that off, but it has like these little silver. It must have been printed that way on the photograph. But they're just, there's tons and tons of these pictures in this book. So I have this one. Oh, wait, there's a negative. Oh, wow. A little boy in a baby pin. But just tons and tons of photos. I was really happy when I found this because So many times I see photographs and I think, oh, I'd like a couple for my journals, and they're $3 or $4 each. And who can afford that when they're making a couple of handmade journals? So I did pick up these 2 books. And then, oops, as we were leaving, again, the last booth, we were just coming around the corner to come by the exit. We were dying for a drink of water, and we came across this booth, and it was inside. He had all kinds of records and everything, but inside he had all kinds of books. And one full wall of his books were this size, and they were just $5. Just pick whatever book you want for $5. So as they were all walking toward the exit, I ran in really quickly, and he just had a box sitting in the front of all the shelves, and I just saw this one on top, and then picked it up, and there was a couple underneath, and I just grabbed the couple that were in the box. I didn't even look at the shelves. And this one was Currier and Ives, and it is filled with pictures from Currier and Ives, the earlier pictures that they have. They're lithographs, and some of them are just fantastic. There's ships and people, and they're just gorgeous. So got this one. Somebody had it, was selling it for $19.50. I got it for $5. And then this one was right underneath it, and I thought this was a really cute book. And it has, these are very old postcards. And these are all actors and actresses. So this was a theatrical postcards, but it's all different old postcards. Just thought it was perfect, because I can cut the postcards out and use those as well. So there was that, $5. And then this little fella, and again, this was just in the box. I didn't even look at the shelves. This one was being sold for $24 somewhere else, obviously. But the pictures are just amazing. Nice and bright. Look at those owls. So I have this one. This one has some butterflies in it as well. Look at this. So there's that one. And then the last one, and of course, I had to carry these 4 heavy books in a plastic bag all the way to my car. It was kind of funny there. I just kept saying, I'm coming, I'm coming. This one I found a little tiny card in it. At first I thought it was a tea card, but it's actually a cigar company from Montreal. And so I guess the cigar company had these little cards. So it's quite large. A lot larger than a tea card, that's for sure. So that was inside the book. And then this one was given to someone's dad in 1968, and I believe it was published in 1966 or 1967. And it is very large pictures of birds, and it is just, I love the coloring. It's got this lovely yellow color behind the pictures, and they're just beautiful. So again, I'm going to have to find something. I thought these would be lovely on the outside of a book or something, but they're just beautiful. So there is this one as well that I grabbed. Look at the little chickadee. So beautiful. And these, I believe, are all Ontario. This must be somebody from Ontario, because they all say this is Rice Lake, Ontario. Algoma, Ontario. Hamilton, Ontario. Simcoe, Ontario. Isn't that funny? So these are all Ontario birds, or somebody has drawn them. Oh, look at that one. That was beautiful. So there you go. These were just a couple of things that I grabbed. I didn't have a lot of money. Again, it was at the end of our girls' weekend. And I thought, I only have limited funds, and I was looking for a couple of specific things. I did find one booth, I could say, that had tons of stuff that were wrapped in plastic. There was old maps, old vintage cards and photographs, and everything was wrapped in saran wrap, but he didn't have any prices on anything. And I did find a little box of cards, and I went up to ask him, you know, how much are they for the box of cards? And he told me, oh no dear, I sell these singly. So he ended up giving me one for free, which was very nice of him, but it was a pass for a train ride, and it's blank, but there was a whole box of them. I just wanted to know how much they were per card. I was going to buy a couple of them, and anyway, it ended up his prices were a little high, and a lot of his stuff wasn't priced, so you had to bring it over to him every time you found something, and it just got a little tedious, so I walked away. But I did get a free card out of it all. So I think I'm going to scan this one, and I think I will probably maybe put that on a freebie somewhere, but I just thought it was really cute. You could put it in a travel journal or something, a journal on the back. But I will go back again. My sisters promised we would go back next month and see if we could get a few more items, but I have to try and sort through the things that I have and start using those in some of my journals, and make a better way of getting at some of these things, because right now they're just all shoved on shelves. But I just wanted to do a really quick video to show you some of the really cute things that I found while we were out thrifting for our girls' weekend. I just finished up my mini lapbook video, and it is now is a 3-parter because each of the parts were half an hour. So I've done that, and I'm posting the part 3 probably tomorrow. So that will be up on my YouTube. And then I had put in this little file folder journal that I had made when I was in our little journal group, and someone has asked if I would do a quick video to show how I made that. It was not hard at all, so I could make a really quick video to show you how to put that together. This is actually one piece and it folds over, and I've just put paper on top to cover it, but that was the lines where you had to put your name on the file folder. So yeah, I can do a quick little video on that. If there's anything that you would like to see done as a video, please leave comments, or you can, you know, message me and just say there's something that you would really like to see done that you've seen maybe me do a flip through of something, but be more than happy to make a quick video for you. Anyway, that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you real soon. Please subscribe.